In this video, let's look at alert function. So this is the newest and the most advanced way to fire alerts in PineScript. And actually it's the easiest to use because you can use it the same way in both in indicators and strategies. So first of all, let's look at parameters of alert function, and I will explain you briefly how you can use it. So it's quite easy. So what you have to do is the simplest way to use the alert is just to use alert with one parameter, and this one parameter will be your message you want to send yourself with the alert. And every time PineScript will see your code, it will execute it and it will fire you an alert. So also this function has a second argument. It's frec. It stands for frequency, and there are 3 frequencies available for you. So they're similar to what you see in frequencies when you create your alert condition alerts. So default one is frequency 1 per bar. With this frequency, PineScript will send you alert every bar, and for the rest of the bar it will deactivate your alert and will reactivate it only with a new bar coming. Also, you can specify that you want to receive your alert only once, and it should check your alert only at close. And also you can specify alert.frec_all. This means that PineScript will check your alert for every tick, basically for every price update. And there is limitation on how much alerts you can send yourself. So if PineScript will send you 15 alerts in 3 minutes, it will deactivate your alerts indefinitely. So be careful with that. Just make sure that you don't send yourself too many alerts. Nice thing about this alert function is that the first argument, the message, can be dynamic and you can compute it in your code dynamically. So here, for example, you can see that I created an alert and dynamically I add to my alert message current symbol, so I know for which symbol it actually happened. And also your alert message can be pretty complicated, so you can create a pretty interesting logic of it. So here I have a bit more complicated example when I add not only ticker ID, but I also add value for my close, a value for my open, and so on. You can, based on different conditions, you can create pretty complicated logic. As you can see, alert function is pretty simple. It has only 2 arguments. So first one is alert message, second one is frequency, and there is no way to specify condition parameter. You do it in alert condition function. So to use alert function, all you have to do is to include it into if statement. So in if statement, you check your condition, and if your condition is true, then you code your alert function, and PineScript will execute your alert function only if condition is true. So this works quite well for you. So now let's look at few real life examples. So first of all, let's look at how you can use alert function in indicators and how you can create alerts based on it. So here I have pretty simple indicator. These are Bollinger Bands strategy, and I have here alerts created the old way. So I have 2 conditions. Y is cross upper, 1 is cross lower, and I create alert condition alerts with alert condition functions. And to rewrite this using alert function, what you have to do is, as I said, to use if statement, and if your condition is true, you fire an alert, and here you can choose what frequency do you want to use. And this is important because when you create your alert condition alerts, you can specify frequency when you create basically your alert after you coded it. But here you have to specify it in the code explicitly. So, and here you can see I have created also an alert for crossing clover. And also, if you want to basically save some space, what you can do, you can create if statement with both conditions, and here I can, because my message is dynamic, I can generate my message based on my condition, cross upper or cross lower, depend on what I see. So it's quite easy to create alert based on script like that, you have to go to like create alert dialog. Here just select your indicator name, and here you have selection, so you can choose, as you can see, in addition to alerts I created with the alert condition function, you can also click on any alert function call, and that's basically it. You have no other selection. As I said, you select your frequency in the code, and here you can just create it, and every time PineScript will see any alert function in your code, you will receive an alert. So as you can see, it's quite simple. Now let's look at how you can send alerts from a strategy with alert function. So here I have pretty simple example of like bling or bad strategy. I have some logic how I enter the trades, but it doesn't matter for us. What is interesting is that actually you can use your alert function absolutely the same way you do it in indicators. So here I have, for example, some if statement. I check some conditions, and if condition is true, I send myself an alert. Here I have another alert, and the nice part is that actually you can use some kind of strategy related built-in variables in your conditions as well. And actually it's quite a big deal, because before this was introduced, if you had like a strategy and you want to add your alerts, you have to kind of rewrite your strategy into like the simplest Pine without any strategies functions, and this was sometimes really a nightmare. And with this stuff you can create pretty complicated things, quite complicated alerts. So here, for example, I check that my price, when my price cross upper, so basically when I have like a long signal but I have still like a position, so I will receive an alert. So as you can see, super simple to use, and it's quite easy to create it as well. You can click to create alert, and here you select your strategy, and here you have like some selection, how do you want to receive your alerts. And here you have a few options, so you can choose the same alert function calls only. You can send yourself like order fields, so kind of standard alerts from strategies, but also you can choose to receive any order fields or any alert function calls just in one alerts. And it can be quite handy if you don't want to separate them into a few alerts